welcome to Most Haunted Extra. This week it's very exciting because we are investigating Hever Castle.
I think Hever Castle is absolutely fantastic. I'm completely taken with it.
We're standing in spaces that Henry VIII would have stood, Anne Boleyn would have stood, Anna Cleves would have stood. It's unbelievable.
To be here is a real honour and a privilege, and I think we're very, very lucky to be allowed to be able to spend the night in what was once Anne Boleyn's home. I'm really very, very honoured, very, very humbled and honoured.
Action!
Hello, I'm Yvette Fielding, and this week I thought I'd bring you to Kent and a very scary place with a very royal ghost. Welcome to Most Haunted and Hever Castle.
That was superb.
Lovely, well done, Vic.
Well done. Yvette, you want to see that? That's got to be the best, next to all the shots Jeff's done. It's got to be the best shot we've ever done.
You watch it back, just double check.
Let's watch it back, yeah. She does, doesn't she?
Oh, that's brilliant.
Blue Pete was never that good when I watched
Do you know what that looks like? It looks like a little helicopter comes right in under the water. It looks massive.
It's great.
Oh, well done, boys. That's brilliant.
Absolutely superb.
That looks fantastic.
It reminds me a lot of Hampton Court. And of course it has a connection with Henry VIII and all of the wives and Anne Boleyn. So it has that feel about it, although on a smaller scale.
It's a beautiful, beautiful house anyway. It feels really comfortable. I love it, I love it. I feel really privileged to be in it, to be honest.
I think the long gallery and some of the long corridors will freak people out at night because they're very, very long. You can't see the end of them and there's lots of rooms off them. And the long gallery especially because of all the dummies. And it's going to freak people out. You're going to get a lot of screams tonight.
Definitely won't be scared walking past these tonight.
It's we've had a walk round. Just every room is superb. It's brilliant. It feels very, very, very comfortable.
See, I'm very much into the Tudor history, and I've read many, many books about Henry VIII and his wives and Anne Boleyn and what she went through. Her romance with our most instantly recognisable monarch created a great stir in its day. Their fairy tale romance ended tragically when she failed to provide a son, and her beloved husband ordered her execution and had her beheaded. And it seemed in death she has returned as her ghostly figure is said to walk the grounds. It was presumed she had sex with her brother because she was so frightened that she couldn't give an F.
Oh, that she tried from her. But it was clearly King Henry VIII's seed, wasn't it? Because he kept siring daughters, which I think with Elizabeth I was next to Queen Victoria, our greatest monarch.
Leslie Smith had just been her element here.
Cool.
She'd be giving us all sorts of history lessons. Right, which is the way back down, so
We've been here near enough 4 hours, I think, now. And this is one of our last setups we've got to do. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do some track. We're just in the middle of setting some track up now here. And hopefully we'll get the dolly, we'll get the camera, I'll get Ian standing on it and I'll push it. And then we'll just go along with the camera with some nice lights. We might even throw some colour in it and we'll go across.
This is the Long Gallery and said to be the most unwelcoming part of the building. A mischievous poltergeist is thought to roam this whole level, throwing objects across the floor.
I don't think it's going to be scary, you know, because it's too nice. The people I've spoken to, they've said there are things here, things that make noises, things that have been seen, the usual, but They walk around here at night time, but they don't feel scared at all, you know.
People said they have actually kind of heard things actually moving around, etc., but no actual sighting of Anne Boleyn here. But as you can see, her kind of whole bedspread, bedboard, etc., is still intact.
So this would have been hers?
Her bedroom, that's right. We just wander around over there.
Right.
She apparently was actually carrying this same kind of prayer book accompanied her to the Tower of London and actually at her execution as well. When you think that particular book there is some 500 years old and still intact. Quite an eerie feel when you actually kind of go and see the book.
To actually see where the Boleyn family came from, to actually see a proper Tudor structure. I'm overwhelmed with appreciation, basically, to be in here and to be here at night when nobody else is around.
Again, apparently a lot of mediums have actually kind of been here in the past and felt a lot of evil, coldness and nasty spirits. A lot of them actually do not like this particular room. We're not too sure if there's a small little crypt here that actually Anne Boleyn in the Tudor times actually kind of sat in and had a prayer and hid away. So we're not too sure if the religious aspect actually kind of makes the actual kind of place in here actually kind of feel rather evil, to tell the truth.
Some rooms were a little bit creepier than other rooms. Oh, sucky now. Ooh. Hello, folks. You know, if there's any nocturnal activity, I'm sure we'll find it. You know, this is right up my alley. Don't rush me. Don't rush me. Ooh. This is amazing. There was such debauchery on the other side of this door. Absolute debauchery. Yeah, that's the only word that I can actually think of. Oh, yeah. I think we're gonna be in for a very good night. Yeah.
It's hard to say really what's going to happen, but it's good. First impressions of this place are fantastic.
I've just done the lit walk round with everybody. The place is absolutely beautiful. The problem you have is it's clearly full of history. Having to draw the line between your conscious and your subconscious is the difficulty of this place. It's what's there, not what you think is there. As I'm walking down here, there's a sort of whispering in my ear that I can't get to, but it's definitely female. So I'd like to go a bit further upstairs, which is where I'm actually being pulled anyway by this female. If I'm going to connect, I want to connect with a young woman. I don't want to connect with that whole history thing. I want to connect with who she was and what she felt and the emotion of who she was.
You're talking about Anne Boleyn now?
Yeah, right. That's if I'm going to connect, even if it is via someone newer, I don't want all the story and I don't want that, we know that, we know that. I'd rather have the little detail, where her childhood likes and, those kind of details are more important, really. There must be things in here that were personal to her because it's like really, really grabbing me. It's like making my mouth go dry. Really emotional stuff because I'm having a moment, having an episode.
Because you're becoming emotional and you're saying you're getting this dry mouth and you're saying there's things that are personal to her, surely then are you not communicating with her? Is she not putting the impressions of herself onto you?
I can't feel her, that's why it's so confusing. I can't feel her. I can feel this female, but I can't feel Anne Boleyn. If she was in front of me, I would smell her, really. I would know she was there. But there's things here that clearly belong to the woman. It's probably one of the books because I can feel the blood coming up. There's like blood coming from the book. So
Is there any way you could find that book? It's a bit of a... Sorry to put you on the spot, but...
Well, how many books are here? It's a bit difficult because I don't want to get so close I can read what they're saying. I can see a hand on that one. I can see like an astral hand on it.
That's right.
That is the one. Yeah. Okay. It's a shame I can't get my hands on it. God, I'd love to get my hands on it.
God, wouldn't that be amazing?
I would love to touch that book.
To think we're actually looking at the book. When you, like you say, when you see all those movies and all those films, and they've always got a hold in this book right at the very end, and that's it. That's the book. And she signed this book as well.
Is she?
Remember me when you do pray, that hope doth lead from day to day. Signed, Anne Boleyn. Wow.
It's amazing.
We've just done a walk around with David, night vision walk around. There was knocking on the door. So like that.
It's well freaky. Holy moly.
It's coming from the door, it's coming over here, and they're almost, it's 1, 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And I'm getting very freaked out.
Let me go on the other side, and if somebody closes it, I'll verify there's nobody on the other side. So I went to the other side of the door, closed it, and you still got the knocking.
There's a door. There's nothing, and the door furniture's not moving. It's not that, like, continuing to bang.
Did you hear that tapping?
I did. I heard the door tapping. The door isn't moving, but I wonder if it's the hinge. But it's a very odd sound, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think what happens is the door closes, and then the hinge actually settles into place, and it's the settling of that hinge into place where you get the kind of, as it's settling into place. So I'd like to get that on camera because I think that's where the noise comes from.
Shall we introduce ourselves to you?
That's me.
I'm Yvette.
I'm David.
I'm Kieran.
I'm Stuart.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Kath.
I'm Carl.
And I'm Ian.
Hello.
There were 2 knocks after every single one of those names.
Was that?
It was weird getting noises coming from above because we know nobody else was upstairs. So I'm just waiting for what will happen when there's going to be smaller groups, when there's groups with 2s or 3s. It's going to freak people out. And that, for me, is a surprise.
Oh, David, now wait a minute now. Hold on now. Hey!
This is a vigil with me and Johnny. I don't like this room because there's an energy, I think, in here that's, I don't think it's hideously threatening.
No, but it's
Powerful.
It's powerful.
Yeah. It's horrible, isn't it?
it's horrible.
There's
I don't like this, David.
something nasty here.
I don't like this.
It's alright, you'll be fine. This is where we had lots of wrappings.
This, it was right here. It's happening again.
Hear it?
Yes. Okay. I acknowledge you. David,
Yeah, it is horrible here, isn't
I
it?
don't like this.
What do you think it is?
I gotta tell you, in all actuality, my heart is beating so fast right now. At one point, I just refused to go any further. And David said, come on, we can't show any fear. Oh, David, now wait a minute now, hold on now, hey!
It was pretty scary. It was very interesting because at the same time, both Johnny and I saw a male shape go across the window as he came down towards us.
That was a heavy manifestation where it was at the top of the stairs to the right of the window. And David kept telling it to come downstairs, and I wanted to bolt. I feel like I want to use the bathroom on myself. I've never been that frightened before in my life, to the point where I felt like I was going to have diarrhea. And I was, well, that's what happens when you come in contact with something that's very negative. You want to lose it. And yeah, I said it, diarrhea.
What Johnny's describing is kind of when I first started on the show, how I would feel quite frequently. But I'm not saying you get used to it, you never get used to it, but you can control it more.
And at that point, I was just like, am I really equipped for this? This ain't no joke. I'll go back, but damn.
It is both the religious aspect to it, and like Johnny said, there's this aspect where he is possibly, you know how they get this thing but they won't move across because they know they've done wrong.
Yes.
They get that big guilt trip. And then they push that out and put it onto other people.
Once you acknowledge it, it is on you. It has to make its presence known. And I think as the evening wears on, we're going to get something really amazing because he wants to be seen.
Great, let's do a seance.
If there's anyone here, any astrals present that wish to communicate with us, then do so. Through sound. Do you know, I know, you know the associations, but they keep putting their head, can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. They keep putting their head on the table, and it's not funny.
Who's doing that?
That's a little priest.
This priest?
Come on, you don't frighten me. And I don't care what you thought of me when I was...
Okay,
I don't care what you thought of me when what I do or what we do. Because quite frankly, Mr. Shankly, I think I've got more morals than you obviously had in life.
Is this table lifting?
Yes, it is.
Lifting.
It's moving.
It's moving. I'm going to hear tapping as well. If you want our help, I can help you. If you'll accept help. But you won't accept help, will you? If you want us to leave, then make us leave. And I tell you, I still won't leave without trying to help you, whether you like it or not. Certainly there's one quite aggressive male. And just if you are wondering, you do try and help, and we always try and help, but you can't force anyone into the light. That's not our job. We can't do that. We can say, look, it's over here. Here's the reasons why you should go into it. You judge yourself. You're not judged by others. But we do that. We do that. So it's entirely up to him. We've had that kind of reasoning with him, and the rest's up to him.
Hever Castle had proved to be an interesting location that deserved one last sweep. Carl, Stuart, Jeff, David and myself decided to begin in the gallery.
Come on, throw something. I keep asking you to throw something.
Shut the door.
Throw something. Come on, let us know that you're here.
Oh, is there right by the
That's
table?
right there, isn't it?
Should we walk on? Which way?
Should
We've
we
not
go
done
this
the
way?
bedrooms
No,
or
we haven't
anything,
done the
have we?
The bedrooms are in
It's
the
up there,
top.
isn't it? It's up there, the bedrooms, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
All right.
your eyes.
You still there, Carl?
Yeah.
Or are you down
Is it your eyes still?
No, my legs out now.
Is it? Henry VIII had a bad leg. He suffered very badly with, I think it was gout, and that he became very immobile. And so what he used to do was sit in his room, and he used to just eat and eat, and that's how he got fat.
Oh, God, that hurts.
Do something else. I know you can see us. I know you can hear us. Got cold all of a sudden.
What was that then, Carl, next door? I just heard footsteps in there.
You did?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
I
I don't know because it sounded as though it came from this side. Where, I don't know.
I'm looking in this room.
This would have been one of Anne Boleyn's brother's rooms. What is that? Something's out there.
Can't see anything.
Oh, Jesus.
What's happened?
Door.
This way.
What we like.
Are there any spirits of any women here? All men, please join together. Come together and talk to us. Shut the door. Shut the door and lock us in this room.
That's right by me. Cool, wouldn't it be great if that door were just shut now? Especially when we've all got it on camera.
Unfortunately, the door didn't close again. It had certainly been a fascinating night, and David wondered what it would be like to actually live at Hever Castle.
I mean, could you imagine if you lived here with the fires lit, the electricity on, daily life, cooking, cleaning, you know, do you think you'd live here?
Do you know, it's the first house, something like this. There's certain parts of it I feel very comfortable in, but other parts that I think, oh no, I couldn't sleep in there.
I could quite happily live here without, and I don't feel frightened of it, and I could walk here with all the lights off, quite happy.
I couldn't. I could probably live here, but like Yvette, I would go in certain rooms and I wouldn't go near the rest of it.
Yeah.
No.
Let's go back.
Yeah. Hever Castle has been extremely interesting, although the activity for me seems to have been quite low.
We've had a few sounds and tap-ins.
Very odd things here and there.
Could have been a bit more going on.
There's been nothing eyes and teeth, which is a bit disappointing really.
The expectancy is that you're going to be in contact with Henry VIII or witness the apparition of Anne Boleyn, but
they're not here. But something definitely is. Come to Hever Castle, if only for the history, but whilst you're here, you don't know just how close you're going to really get to it.